Alright class, welcome to your video tonight. We just finished dividing decimals and now we're going to start looking at finding percents of a number. So pause the video right now and copy down this learning target and essential question into your C notes. Alright, welcome back. The learning target says I will use a percent number line model to find percents of a number. I want you to really focus on the fact that we are going to be using a percent number line model. So we're going to be using a model that looks like a number line sort of with percents on it. How can I find 10% or 1% of a number? And really I want you to think about why is it important to be able to find the 10% or 1% of any number. Alright, when a store has a sale, you see advertisements for discounts. The discounts are usually given in percents, 20% off, 30% off, etc. In fact, in this picture you can see the big old sign that says clearance, save up to 50% off. Percents are helpful in many situations involving money. Discounts, taxes, and tips are all described with percents. That's a big part of our life. Discounts, taxes, and tips. Understanding how to compute and use these percents can make you a smarter consumer. What's a consumer? Somebody that buys stuff. So that's everybody, right? Remember that a percent is a special way of representing a fraction or rate with a denominator of 100. You can think of percent as meaning out of 100, but I actually want to change that a little bit too. And we want to think of it not just out of 100, but out of every 100, because what if you have more than 100 things? You would still need to find the percent out of all of them. So what percent out of every 100? Most states, including Texas, has a sales tax. A sales tax of 6% means that for every dollar an item costs, a person needs to pay an additional 6/100ths of a dollar, which is 6 cents, or 6 cents for taxes. So you can look at it like this. If something costs a dollar at the dollar store, you're going to pay the dollar, plus you're going to pay 6% of that dollar. So $1 plus the 6 cents equals $1.06. Or since $1 is 100 pennies, 100 pennies plus 6% of 100 pennies. 100 pennies plus 6 pennies equals 106 pennies, which is equivalent to 106 cents, or $1.06. So we'll look at this real quickly on this number line right here. Copy that down in your C notes, the number line with the 0, the 1%, the 10%, and the 100%. So our 100% for this dollar store item that we bought is $1. What is 10% of 100? So how do you go from 100% to 10%? Well, you could go 100 divided by 10 equals 10%. So $1 divided by 10. So I want you to think now, if you take a dollar and you divide it up into 10 equal groups of money, what would you have? Hopefully you're thinking, 100 cents divided by 10, that's 10 cents. So 10% of a dollar is 10 cents. We can do the same thing going from 10 to 1. 10 divided by 10 equals 1. So now 10 cents divided by 10. If I take 10 cents and I divide it into 10 groups, it's going to be what? 1 cent. Now, the really cool thing is knowing the 10% and especially the 1%, you can find any other percent that you need to find. Let's do this first example right here. We're not going to write the whole thing here, so I'm going to highlight what I'd like for you to write into your C notes. You're going to write, Jill wants to buy a CD that is priced at $7.50. The sales tax is 6%. What will be the total cost of the CD? So, what is the 100% cost of that CD? What does the CD cost before any kind of tax? $7.50. So that's our 100%. Now, we want to find the 10% and the 1%. Remind yourself, how do you go from 100% to 10%? 100 divided by 10, right? Equals 10. So I need to do the same thing here. $7.50 divided by 10. What do you think that is? Get out a calculator. Try it with a calculator. Figure it out. You can cheat. You're at home. We don't know you're doing it. So use a calculator. Find out what that is equal to. And then write that number right here. Then do the same thing from 10 to 1%. And write it right here. And when you come into class tomorrow, we are going to take this and try to find out what the 6% is equal to. If you think you already know, maybe your teacher will give you a special surprise. All right, bye.